Hello and welcome to another Rightly Witterings. Talking with a cup of tea. Cheers. Quick one. Anyone who's interested in excellent reading, Death Comes Hot is ready to pre-order, I believe. So keep an eye out in your favourite bookshop for Death Comes Hot if you like the Blackjack series with Bloody Mary. And apart from that, today, what are we talking about? We're talking about what I've got in here. Little story for you. So, what is this strange thing? This is my daily carry purse. I was thinking about this when I was doing my little bag the other day, my buffalo bag, and I thought I really ought to talk about this because this encompasses everything that's important to me. First of all, where did I get this bag from? Well, I made it. I had some old leather knocking about, and what happened was I was giving a little bit of a talk and basically selling books at Herstmonceux Castle at their medieval weekend, and I was told that it was best for all participants to get dressed up in medieval garb, so I got dressed up in medieval garb and made myself a medieval purse. There you go, how weird. But if we open it up, there are several things inside which are fairly important. Spare batteries for my hearing aids, they're essential. A set of, if I can get hold of the darned things, keys, basically for essential stuff. I've got an electronic key which opens up the door to the Devon and Exeter Institution in Exeter, which is just opposite the cathedral, lovely place. I also have a set of inks just in case I need them. One of them, you'll notice, has been in my pocket for a long time testing out the bung that I reviewed some time ago, and it is still working fine, which I think is jolly good news. I have some coins and an awful lot of old batteries that really need to go in the skip. These are batteries that have run out while I've been out walking about. And the last thing is probably one of the more important ones, because it's this. Now, you will know perfectly well that I love my Visconti pens, but one cannot get stuck on one pen only, because every now and again when you go out you're liable to find your pens run out of ink. This is my everyday carry, and I do mean literally every single day. This is always in my pocket, and so are these. Why? Well, because this is a Kaweco Lilliput. It's solid brass in this model with these lovely ridges that just give it a certain amount of feel. Now, this is designed to be the perfect pocket pen, but obviously it is very short. So what Kaweco have done is design an excellent little extension. The cap goes straight on the back, and then it's a remarkably comfortable pen to use. It is astonishing. It really is a delightful little pen. What has it got going for it? Well, it has a plain cap, nothing visible on that at all. It has a plain back end. Now I'm just going to check this for a second with a magnifying glass, because I vaguely remember that it used to have I thought it used to have the Kaweco sign on the top or the bottom, but it didn't. Or it hasn't now, anyway. I like that system of just extending it. It's very simple. I love the brass. The nice thing about brass is it does get its own patina, so no two pens look alike. The nib is a really rather fabulous double B, double broad. It lays down a gorgeous line. It is very, very efficient. And the way you fill it is you unscrew that, you put in the ink cartridge of your choice, or you can get a squeezy cartridge converter to fit. Personally, I've tried them a few times with my other Kawecos, with the Kaweco Sport and so on, and I never found them to work particularly well. They just couldn't suck up enough ink. This ink cartridge has been knocking about since I did a video review of the Marilyn Monroe pen, which is some time ago now. Gorgeous bit of silver work in the style of Art Deco, etc., and which was just a delight to use. And I used this ink then because it just seemed to fit nicely. Of course, now I'm going to find it impossible to get this ink cartridge to fit. Now that's an interesting one. I hadn't realised that was likely to happen, but it would seem as though the bung has opened it up too wide for the ink cartridge to fit securely. It's just dropping in and dropping out again. So, we've discovered something, folks. The bung is a good idea, but it's just ever so slightly too large. It does mean the ink cartridge doesn't leak all over the place, but it means I can't use that ink cartridge in my Kaweco pen. So I'm going to have to get a different ink colour. Which shall we go for today? Not sure what colours these are actually. That looks like an umber. This looks like either a blue or a black. I like the umber, but I'm going to keep that in abeyance for now, and I'm going to try the blue-black. So here we go. Ah, looks like it wasn't black at all. It was in fact a red ink. So I do love Kaweco. I have a number of them. I've got a Sport, an AL Sport. I've got a pencil. I've got a number of things, but they are always reliable. Whoops. Unlike my writing. Small and easy to pocket. What I do find with this, with the Lilliput in particular, is it's a very slim pen, which I rather like. It reminds me a lot of my Cross pencil, for example, and the old Cross fountain pen. Very similar sort of slim but delightful size. In fact, that's really interesting. I hadn't spotted that before. The old original Cross is not just about the same diameter, it's also roughly the same length, uncapped as the Kaweco is, unposted as the Kaweco is posted. So that's really very interesting. What is nice is this is a solid steel pen, steel nib, sorry. It has no flex, no variety, but it's very smooth. Very smooth indeed. It's got a lovely feel to it. Now, as I say, this isn't a pen I would use every single day extensively. I'm going to be using it a lot now because I've just filled it with a new ink. But this is a pen that I do literally keep in my pocket every single day, whatever I'm doing. It's in my pocket at home, it's in my pocket at work. When I go out and about walking the dogs, I always have a double broad fountain pen with me. Because it's just lovely. And delightful. Now, if you're interested in what this ink is, I think it's Monaco Red, because I think it's one of the inks that I got from one of these Diamine, what do they call them? Regal mixtures. Can't recommend these mixtures enough. They really are glorious. They give you a fabulous range of inks, really nice set of colours, and it's always good to have some variety in life, isn't it? Variety is key. So, the Lilliput, a lovely meaty little pen which you can carry with you every single day, as I have for the last 6 or 7 years. You may not use it very often, but when you need it, it's there with a spare ink cartridge. What more can you ask for, really? So there you go. One ridiculous purse which keeps all of my basic essentials nice and safe. If I lose the purse, I am stuffed. One just delightful Lilliput pen, only small. In fact, I forgot to mention that it is 9.75 centimeters long when it's got the cap on. Without the cap, it is 8 to 9 centimeters, but with the cap posted, comme ça, it suddenly becomes a 11, 12 and a half centimeter long pen, which is really quite a practical pen in anyone's terms. And it will stay in my pocket, in my purse, with another spare ink cartridge until I need it next. Have you got anything essential that you have to carry all the time? This one's my favourite. Let me know if you got something else. Now, I have been granted my biggest wish recently. I have got a vast number of different inks, Ackerman inks, Mont Blanc inks, and goodness knows what inks. Thank you very much to various people for them. I also have a vast selection of Rohrer und Klingner, which I also have to review. So, ink reviews coming back shortly, folks. Hope you enjoy them. Hope you enjoyed that. Thanks a lot for watching. If you want to support the site, go to the bottom. There's a link to Patreon. Apart from that, like it, share it, subscribe, and all those good things. And in the meantime, I'm going back to another cup of tea. Cheers. Take care.